Hi, welcome to Cherie's weight loss journey. We are up and awake. We're awake. I'm awake. Okay. I was trying to figure out, should I go for a walk? Should I go on a treadmill? Should I take my dog out? Should I be in the neighborhood? And so anyway, here we are. Okay. We're off. I decided to go ahead and go to this little pond, and take my little Snoopy baby for a walk because, that's what I live for. Walking my dog. I can't even tell you. I was out watering the plants in my backyard, and I was thinking to myself, in countries where people don't walk and eat and drink, those are probably the cleanest countries you'll find because people aren't just discarding their wrappers and their containers. I find it just irks me when I go into my yard and I have plastic bags or, wrappers and stuff from the shit that people done ate while they was walking the street. And I'm like, how come these kids aren't obedient to their parents and, put shit in a trash can, right? How come they can't put their trash, in their pocket or in their backpack or whatever it is they're carrying or not carrying, whatever. Just hold on to it. How come they just can't hold on to their trash until they come across a trash can? Now, granted, we could be a society that has trash cans on every block, just to placate these children. But that's not the case. That's not the way it is. Right? Because most of these kids, shit. It's like, oh my gosh, you live within walking distance of the school. That's like a mile or less. You can't hold on to a wrapper until, not a wrapper. You can't hold on to a paper wrapper until you get home. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and pick it up because it took me a certain amount of rebellion energy, that I had to work through, before I can even go back and pick up these wrappers, these paper wrappers and containers that, these passerbys, keep throwing in my yard. And not all of them are kids. I'm going to be honest. Not all of them are kids. Some of them are full-grown adults. Full-grown adults that would rather dirty up your yard than to than to ride around with dirt in their car. Right? Hey, I'm not going to, curse somebody for using my trash can. Because I would rather you use my trash can than throw your trash in my yard. I'm telling you. So sometime probably today, once I'm thoroughly over my anger about that, because it's all the time. All the time, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm not even 2 blocks away from the school. Okay, from these schools. Why are they throwing their trash in my yard? Right? They could throw it on the street, but they're not throwing it on the street. They're throwing it over the fence and into my yard. Right? And I know some of you might be saying, oh, how do you know it just didn't fly in the wind and blow over the 4 walls of my fence and get into my backyard? I just said why. Because I don't believe that the paper wrapper flew over the fence and landed in my yard. I don't believe that. So, you know, these kids don't even realize how they're the ones building the trashy environment. They're the ones then complaining, oh, why do I have to live in such, you know, a trash-infested, you know, society? Okay? Now, I watch, you know, a lot of travel channels. And, you know, a lot of times tourists will judge the character of the people based off of how much trash is in the street. Okay? Now, granted, Texas has a lot less trash than a lot of places. But, listen, teach your kids to put their trash away or only eat in the motherfucking house. If you can't put your trash in a proper disposable, right? And yeah, you know, I used to ride around with trash in my car, okay? But here's the thing. I might have a dirty or trashy or a car with trash in it, but I console myself with the thought that I didn't throw that trash out my window onto the earth, okay? And that's why anytime I see anybody with a trashy car, I'm not putting them down at all. I'm just like, well, you know, maybe next time you're at a gas station, you know, you can, you know, dispose of your trash properly, you know, because, dang. So we're going to go over here to this pond. We've been here several times before. I do love this pond. It's a beautiful pond. You know, you can stop and do some workouts, but I'm not going to be doing any workout on these, you know, on these apparatuses. I'm not. Oh my gosh, they're doing all of this road construction. Am I going to be able to get into this park? Am I? No, I am not going to be able to get into this park. Wow. Okay. So, we're going to park alongside of this park. This is a local park. And, my dog gets excited to come here. So here we go. Here we go. And there's a lot of people out here walking today. So let's do it. Okay. So I gave myself some grace and I picked up a little bit of the litter at this local park. I've been here before, but I think I know why my dog likes this park so much. It's because a lot of people will bring their dogs to this park and she can smell the scent of these parks. Okay. Where it is, where it is, where it is. There's the shot. Yes, let's see. If I can get the light just right. Okay. Nope, can't get the light right. But let's do it. So yeah, it's a beautiful morning. No clouds in the sky that I can see. I've already done my lightweight exercises, right? I've kind of changed up, switched up, my routine, and I made it a little bit more difficult. Okay? Not difficult, let's just say intense. I made it a little bit more intense. Okay? And I found out that, I am not a recipient of the extra SSA payments. No, I'm not. So yeah, that was a little bit discouraging. So, gotta formulate, another plan. I really don't know why, we was put on this earth, to have all of these challenges. I don't. But, all I can say is, God, take away the challenges. That's too much for me. Oh, they got all of these little kids out here too, taking a walk. Just walking. Come around here. Come around. Come around. Oh, look at the doggy. So this guy thought it was okay to walk his dog without a leash. Dog wasn't listening to him at all. Not a bit. I'm call this dog about 10 times. I don't know. Let's go this way.
Good morning.
Good morning. So yeah, isn't it great to get outside? Isn't it? I know, huh? So anyway, we did not get a real walk on yesterday. We did not. I spent the day doing kind of some chores, like mowing the backyard and washing clothes at the laundromat. So it wasn't unproductive. I did do my lightweight exercises. Now, as far as what I ate for breakfast, I had asparagus, ham, and a couple of eggs. It was delicious, of course. Each time I eat it, it's great. Then for dinner, I had some corn chowder. I had some corn chowder. Good morning. And that was delicious. Although, to be honest, I still felt hungry. Okay? I did. I still felt hungry. Now, a lot of times I am in denial when it comes to the snacks. Hi. Wow. Come on. Come on. I know, right? That was a pretty doggy. Pretty doggy. Almost like looking in the mirror. So yeah. So I think a lot of people are underemployed and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for the government to let us know what our next assignment is. Okay? Me? I am waiting for my 64th birthday. Yes. Now, if any of y'all are following me, you will know that yesterday I found a new wig. And I did. I like it. However, I wasn't familiar with this type of wig. It's called a V-part wig. And now I've watched how I could put it on. Okay? However, that's not the problem. The problem is you kind of have to crochet that V part onto your head. Okay? And I'm like, that means I'm gonna have to wear it at least several days. Minimum. Right? And the one thing I do like about wigs is that you can pull them on. You can pull them on in the morning and take them off at night. You don't have to worry about, um, how you sleep on it. You just don't. You don't. Okay. I think here's the picture. Yeah. Here's the picture. Yay. So, that was one of the things that kind of stopped me. Hold on. So, I'm like, you used to be crazy, you know? You are not one of those people that lay down on their back, fall asleep, and wake up in the same position. No way. No way. So, it's like I really got to plan, just how when I wear this particular wig, you know, now, of course, they have clever people on the internet that will say, oh, you can cover the V part and not worry about crocheting it to your actual hair. And I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. I might do something like that, right? Because the whole thing about this wig is to have like a natural part in your hair. A natural part. Okay? So, what's up, girlie? Come on.
Hey, Auntie. How you doing?
So, we went around the pond and we're almost at the car. My dog is letting me know she tired already. She tired. So I'm gonna put her back in the car. Come on. Come on. See, and even this retainer wall here, this retainer wall here is made with bags of Quick Creek.